Welcome to the Critically Clueless, I'm the Monk, and we are in Empire of Sin for yet another video. Now this one is a little bit different, and I was wondering whether to post it or not, to be honest with you. I've known about this for a little while, I've known about it for a few days. I kind of wanted to play around with it to kind of try and figure out exactly what I was doing, what was happening within my game to make this happen. And I kind of really see just how badly this could be exploited. This video is kind of a two-part exploit video. It's massively a cache exploit video, but also I found out that apparently the gangs, the other AIs, the other bosses, they will never attack your safe house. Never. It doesn't happen. Recently, I was in a playthrough. I got completely destroyed. It ended up being just my boss behind the desk, and time ticked by, and I was never attacked. Even though I was at war, no attempt was ever made. So straight off this video, I have to advise, never upgrade your safe house. Honestly, there is just no point. If no one ever attacks you, if your boss is behind the desk, technically, you can never lose your game. So bear that in mind for a second. The next part of what I wanted to tell you is this. I found out that if you sell your rackets, it seems to double your income. Now, obviously that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But as you can see, I am using a random boss. Soon as I load up into the game, I am selling my 2 rackets that the game gives you. As you can see, that has bumped my income up just that little bit, and I was just left with a safe house. So I got guaranteed money. I got a slightly bigger income every week. As you can see here, I am making a crap load of money, as if I have got, say, 50-60 rackets, but as you can see, my city is empty, nothing in it apart from a safe house. And if we have we got a auto resolve, but if we have a little look-see at the rest of the map, you'll see that I've got no rackets in any of the 3 neighborhoods that the game would let me have. Now, I did have the rackets, however, I sold all of those rackets, and so I only have my safe house left, but yet the game doesn't recognize that I don't have those rackets anymore. The game is still giving me that money for those rackets, and because of that, guys, like, if you use this at the beginning of the game, it means you can go to war with every single gang, faction, family in the game with pretty much no repercussions, because you can individually take out every single racket in the game. You'll get the cash for having it. It seems to double the cash. I'll show you in a minute. I'll sell every single building I've got, and you'll see that my income's doubling. As you can see right here, if you have a look, I've got no rackets whatsoever. And if we go up onto the bosses, you see there's only 2 bosses left, but we will go onto rackets, and of course we both have no rackets. Now the reason I have no rackets is because I sold them, they weren't taken from me. But if we look up here in the financial screen, you will see what's coming in, what's coming out. Still making money from casinos and speakeasies, and that's pretty much, that is the money that I was making beforehand, plus a lot more. So it's a weird one. It's one that I kind of stumbled upon. I really shouldn't be able to do this. The game's kind of broken at the moment. I feel like maybe something's wrong with the coding. I'm sure it's a simple fix, and I'm sure in 1.05 this will get fixed. So this won't be in the game for long, guys. But I've been taking the last couple of days just to kind of look over it, have a little thinks, and see exactly, you know, how this can be used to our advantage and exactly what's going on here. Because honestly, the first couple of times I've done it, I thought it was maybe just bugged out. Maybe my game was bugged out, right? So I started a brand new playthrough. As you saw, you could do it off the bat straight from there. I loaded up an old game as well, and you could do it there too. Again, this is the finance screen. As you can see, that's all the money that my empire is taking in. The game just doesn't register that I've already sold the properties, and it doesn't matter how many or how few you sell, the game never seems to click along. Now I know what you're thinking, how about in a month's time? But I've done that. I've done 2 months, 3 months, 4 months time. Still the money ticks over. As you can see, I have all these gangsters, not a single racket, and still have a lot of money ticking in every single week. It's kind of crazy, and I'm glad I found it, because I mean it sure as hell going to make my next playthrough a little bit easier. As you can see, this is a Capone playthrough that I was doing. You can notice how much money I've got coming in. I've got just over £6,000, which is actually quite a lot. I quite like that. 6 grand coming in, ticking by every single week. I've already got gangsters. My boss is behind the desk, and so I'm going to go around. I'm going to sell every single racket I've got, and then the idea is you're going to see that doubling as we go on now. As you can see, we're already up to £7,000 every week, that ticking on by. Now of course this is late game. I'm not denying that this kind of money is going to be late game for you, but as I said, you can do this off the bat as soon as you load up into the game. I've done it on boss difficulty. I haven't tried it on the easier difficulties. I'm currently playing on boss difficulty in all of my playthroughs that I do. Like I said, I haven't tried it on any of the other difficulties. So if you guys do try this and it does help you out, or if you could get it to work yourself and you're not playing on boss difficulty, then let me know down in the comments. Also let me know if this is working for you, and what platform you're actually playing on, because that would also be interesting to see if the different platforms themselves actually change the outcome of this exploit. Like I said, this is a massive exploit, and if you're learning something, if you're finding this entertaining, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and that way you won't miss out on more exploits just like this. I do try and find every nook and cranny in a game that I am covering, and I've got to admit I found quite a few exploits within this game. This is just the latest, and it's definitely interesting. I think with the fact that your safe house will never get hit, it's extremely overpowered, because not only will your safe house never get hit, it means you never have to deal with any of the repercussions from a war. You can, you don't need all your rackets, because when you get rackets, you get hit. You then have to decide whether you want to auto-resolve them or whether you want to defend them. This way, you get all the income from actually having a racket without any of the downfall. You don't have to protect it. You don't have to upgrade it. It's pretty much doubling my money just by selling them. Obviously, there is something wrong in the code. It should be minusing that money instead of minusing it. It's actually adding it on. We've got one more neighborhood to take off now. Now, I play generally on 13.3, so I have 13 bosses, 3 neighborhoods, and it's on boss difficulty. As you can see, this is very, very extremely late game. I don't normally do anything to my rackets either. These are kind of like bog standard rackets. But as you can see, I mean, we're quite far in now, and we're up to 13,000. Now, what did I say we started out? I think we started out about 6,000. So that's slightly more than doubled, or it seems to have slightly more than doubled my weekly income just for removing the rackets out of the game. Now, obviously, that shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be here, but it is here, guys. And you might as well use it while it's here. That's all I'm going to say. I will put a warning up in the title, because this is kind of game breaking. It's game breaking because this is just another thing that we have to ignore, unfortunately, to play the game and to make it challenging. I'm sure it will get fixed in 1.05. I personally will report this bug, or have reported this bug at the time of recording this video. But here you go. As you can see, this is the end. It took a very long time to sell those properties. But the game still registers that I have all the properties, and therefore I'm still making all that money. But that's it from me, guys. So to summarize, keep your safe house. Do not ever upgrade it. You don't need to. They will never attack you. Therefore, you can never get beaten if your boss is behind a desk. Secondly, sell every single racket you ever make to double your money, double your income, and pretty soon, guys, you will have an unbelievable amount of cash coming in. If you've learned or enjoyed anything within this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, comment your thoughts down below. What do you think about what I've just said, about what I've just found? And guys, I will see you in the next video real soon. I'm sure there will be another one. Catch you later.